Hello, Game Day Coaching members. This is Rick Storley from New Home Sales Coach, and we're going to talk about event registrations, or those times when you are having maybe a nice conversation with someone. You could be at a home show, you could be at an open house, perhaps at a model home or on the weekend, and now you discover they're a pretty good prospect and you need to get their contact information. Well, we need to step back here and look at your goals whenever you attend an event for an advertising standpoint. Number one is your goal is when you meet someone that's a viable prospect is to get an appointment. Now, there's a closing script for that, and if you can't get an appointment, you want to, number two, have some scheduled follow-up, meaning that you come up with a reason to get back to them at a very specific time with a specific piece of information. Now, if there's not enough urgency to do that, you move to number three, which is simply permission to follow up. But of course, if these people are, say, 6 months, 12 months, or more out from either remodeling their home or building a new home, you need to nurture that relationship. And in order to nurture that relationship, you need to get a phone number, you need to get an email address, and you need to get a home address, which is easier said than done. So let's take a look at exactly the process you can follow to get as many event registrations as possible and also as complete of information as possible. All right, so number one, why prospects register? Well, you got to give them a reason. There's got to be a what's in it for me reason. I never recommend that you would have someone register before you ever had a conversation with them. So sometimes at open house, you have a registration book there, and it says, well, all guests must register. You'll get more incomplete information or bad addresses or bad phone numbers or Mickey Mouse 123 at yahoo.com than you'll ever get good. So prospects are only going to register if they feel there's something in it for them. Number two, who fills out the guest registration card? It's very important that you, as the sales professional, fill out the card. Now, you do that for two reasons. Number one, because it's a professional thing to do. But number two is because if they fill out the information, oftentimes you can't read their writing or they forget to put something in there, and it's just much harder to go back and re-engage them. Now, we want to look at how do you get full contact information, and right below this video there's a little download and there's a specific script and strategy that we're using, but let's look at how that works. So in order to get full contact information, you have to begin with a hook. A hook is simply a reason that somebody would want to give you their information because they're going to exchange their contact information with you in order to get your information. Now, a hook could simply be a white paper. It could be a invitation to your open house. It could be access to photo gallery within your website. It could be access to your enhanced design library. It could be many things. But you've got to give them a very good reason to give their contact information. Now, the way you ask for the full contact information is you want to start with your address first. The specific strategy that I recommend is you use your pre-sold home or project open houses, and you promote them with a postcard, an email, and a phone call. So if we want to begin by getting their address first, we want to show them a copy of your postcard invitation to one of your open houses. Number two, we want to get their email address, and which is probably the second most piece of, or I should say maybe the first most important piece of information. And in order to get their email address, we have to describe to them what they're going to get when we send them an email. And then number three, we need to get their phone and or the text, the ability to text them. And so look at the script right below here. I've actually done a role play with this particular script, and so you can see YouTube videos there as well. The second video, I'm sorry about the audio and the video, it's kind of screwed up, but at least you can hear me go through this as a role play. This works fantastic. Make sure you are prepared and ready to go the next time you have an event where you need to get contact information. Happy selling.